Good morning. Welcome to our magical Monday. It's a beautiful Monday and it's the last magical Monday of this beautiful week where we're closing the session and beginning our life. So it's very beautiful, very magical. And now the magical morning session where we have our pixel programming, our manifestation, and our desires to complete them. So let's go for it. And today, let's be grateful because it is very magical. So there we go. Yes, yes. How wonderful. Let's start again, changing our foot. Yes. Life is a blessing. Each one of us is a blessing for ourselves and for the world around. So, with more power, today let's start our session. And before that, I really want to thank each one of you. I haven't read a lot of last second half's messages for the Teachers' Day. Thank you for thinking me as a teacher, but let me tell you, all of us are teachers and we are co-seekers. So I'm the only channel of love and light. That's it. So, but thank you so much for all your love. I accept it openly. And oh, how wonderful. So I've already brought the session, even though I want to address you all, but I will address you all while we change this book into the other book next time. Today we are on day 60, and it is such a beautiful closure to our sessions in a way with practice gratitude and thankfulness. And that is what all of us, I think, have been doing in this journey of our almost 1-to-1 days, because we began the very fact that we have a gratitude journal, and that's what we are all thankful about. So it's very important for us to read it. So I would request anyone to read, whoever, please. Good, Rajniji, good to see you after what, days, weeks, months. Good to see you. So it's nice to see some old faces coming back in the last bit of the session. And I totally understand that all of us have life, and sometimes life doesn't allow us to come in the morning sessions, and that's fine. As long as your journey is, going through and you're having the sessions coming to you virtually or however, I'm good with that. So that's all right. So yes. Okay, no one's raised a hand. So I know one girl's always there to be with me. And yes, she has raised a hand, which is so beautiful. So Tanya, thank you for this. And you've really been at it. And thank you. Let's start our thankful journey.
Practice gratitude and thankfulness. This is probably one of the most powerful practices when it comes to any goal you want to achieve in life. I encourage all my clients to practice gratitude daily. And I don't know a single person who has anything but amazing things to say about how it helped them not just with weight loss, but with everything in their life. All too often, our minds dwell on problems not resolved, opportunities missed, relationships lost, promises not kept, poor health, faded dreams, fear of an uncertain future, regret, and longing. While life does bring its share of challenges and disappointments, it also brings us great joys, problems solved, opportunities seized, relationships built, great health, promises kept, dreams fulfilled, and hope that soothes fear. It brings with it the opportunity of today and tomorrow, a clean slate to keep on trying or to start all over again, an opportunity to move forward even an inch each day. In spheres of our life, such as health, wealth, career, relationships, and spirituality, an opportunity to be a little bit better than what we were yesterday, and an opportunity to practice kindness and cut down on worry.
So that's so beautiful, right? It says dreams fulfilled, a fear, it just suits fear. And every time is a new beginning. Just the way a sun sets and then the next morning it rises. That's how our life is. Every day has a day of hope. Every day has some new dreams. Every day has some certainty and some uncertainty, some longing, some regret, some hope, something. That is what life is all about. If we start expanding our gratitude, our thanks every single day, we will achieve whatever we want in life, be it in health, wealth, career, relationships, and most definitely spirituality. And we definitely will become better and better. And this is something I think a lot of us are experiencing. There are many people, I don't even know how many of you here, who have never practiced gratitude on an everyday level before joining this series. You've known of it, you've heard of it, but you never had a journal, you never did that. Some of you, yes, you did it for sure. Some of you didn't. And then all of a sudden you feel life is changing. It's because of the simple, beautiful fact that we are being grateful. So Lotus of Gratitude is amazing. But this beautiful fact about actually writing gratitude, which takes about 10 minutes, is even more powerful. So 10 sentences, 10 minutes is all it takes, but it changes our life like 180-degree every single day. Because if something was going to go in a bad way, it puts it back on track. Let's read further.
Gratitude is thankful appreciation for what an individual receives, whether tangible or intangible. With gratitude, people acknowledge the goodness in their lives. In the process, people usually recognize that the source of that goodness lies, at least partially, outside themselves. As a result, gratitude also helps people connect to something larger than themselves as individuals, whether to other people, nature, or a higher power. I have seen the power of gratitude transform the health of extremely sick people. I have seen cancer patients turn their lives around by changing the way they think, by changing their attitudes towards life and all around. I have seen people throw away their sleeping pills and anxiety medicines because they learned these were not remedies and that the real cure lay in their minds, attitudes, and outlook to life and themselves. I have seen gratitude transform relationships and careers, inspiring people who would never work out or eat well to start doing so. In positive psychology research, gratitude is strongly and consistently associated with greater happiness. Gratitude helps people feel more positive emotions, enjoy good experiences, improve their health, face and handle adversity, and build strong and happy relationships.
It's absolutely true that in gratitude lies the key of all the doors of secret of happiness. If we are grateful and if we are writing every single morning, the power of gratitude will transform anything to what you want it to be. I'm telling you, I am a product of gratitude. The day I had cancer and the day I was told to practice thankfulness, my life changed. People said that I did not look like I'm going through chemotherapy later when they told me. Of course, the skin was becoming dull, the hair I was losing. Yes, fine. But it transformed me. And the thing is, when you don't learn, these patterns get repeated. Again, it got repeated in 2016 with the fear, 2015. The fear didn't come true because I was again grateful. But because I lost the track, it came back. Again, it came in 2000, what, 18, 19, Again, nothing happened. But then 2020, when the pandemic came, I realized that this is my path. And I've been straying again and again. And I've been told by life, come back on it, come back on it. What are you not? Because patterns kept repeating. And I learned a lesson. Finally, when I learned the lesson, I realized gratitude is so important and you can't do away with it. And that day when I started, I think in December journaling, 2019, till now, it's been absolutely amazing, magical, because life is beautiful. And the best is now I'm no longer working on gratitude only for myself. It's for humanity, it's for Mother Earth, it's for Ma Prakriti, so many things, right? And things are changing. There is a shift, and I feel very positive about it. But I will share what else I'm going through. Anyways, let's turn the page.
People feel and express gratitude in many different ways. They can apply it to the past, retrieving positive memories and being thankful for elements of their childhood or past blessings. The present, not taking good fortune for granted as it comes, and the future, maintaining a hopeful and optimistic attitude. Regardless of the inherent or current level of someone's gratitude, it's a quality that individuals can successfully cultivate further. Gratitude can help you achieve the body you want, the perfect weight, and rejuvenate the health of your trillions of cells. Today, instead of focusing on all of the above, focus on what you have with regard to your health. Be grateful and offer thanks for the use of your arms and legs, your eyesight, sense of smell, hearing, sense of touch, the fact that you have the ability to work out, the fact that you have access to good, clean food and water, that you have the gift of a new day and a chance to make your health better, the fact that billions and billions of cells in your body are working to keep you alive, that you have energy to get through the day, the fact that things are easier for our generation in terms of food, exercise, knowledge, and access to variety. The fact that even if you're sick, you are alive, and by being grateful for that, you will heal. When you constantly complain or talk negatively about your health and weight, all you do is make the situation worse by attracting more negativity and creating enormous stress in your cells and mind, which prevents you from achieving your goal. When you are grateful for your body, health, and life, you will not continuously abuse your body with alcohol, cigarettes, junk food, drugs, and medicines. You will do it all, but in moderation and out of respect for your body. Anything other than that is being disrespectful and ungrateful for the gift of your body and life, which will make it deteriorate. If you think you're fat, you will be. Instead, focus and offer gratitude that you have the ability to get fit. Focus on picturing yourself at the weight you want to be. Offer thanks after every workout you do or every clean meal you eat, as each of those things are a step forward to get you to your ideal weight. You can eat an ice cream with an attitude that it will make you fat, but try eating it with gratitude, love, and enjoy every bit of it, being thankful for the taste, the people who made it, and the ability to afford it, and you will not put on weight. You will also be happier and healthier. Each of us has the opportunity to be grateful for some part of our health and the chance to offer thanks in advance. For example, if you want to get slimmer, offer thanks in advance for losing weight. This shift in attitude will make you feel super powerful, in control, and happier. Start practicing gratitude right now. For example, offer thanks for your eyes that you can read this book.
How wonderful. So thank you, Rahul, sir, for showcasing this book, and thank you, Sanya, for reading. So we all know the attitude of gratitude is the only attitude, right? Today, I want to share with you all what I'm going through. A lot of you are saying, ma'am, you have the ideal life. You have no idea what we're going through. आपके लिए तो सब कुछ अच्छा है. You are the blessed child of the God. Okay, yes, I am blessed child. All of us are blessed children. And that's true. But what I'm going through in the last 1 week, 10 days is something only I know what I'm going through. So today I'll share it very openly. In the last 15 days, no, Rahul, sir, please don't showcase the book. I'm talking to my students right now. Thank you. So in the last 15 days, I've lost a jewelry box. It had my everyday solitaires. And as all of you know, especially from the first Sangha, I'm very fond of them. Now you earn money with a lot of love, right? And then you invest in your big solitaires and you wear them every day. And I've lost it. The box has been flicked. The box also has my locker key, which I don't know what's there in the story inside because the key is not there. So I don't know if it's been opened and tampered with. I am going through stress. Now, when my elder child really wants to crack NID Ahmedabad, she's done all her level best and she's managed a decent score, but not admission into the college, the campus that she wanted, which is Ahmedabad. Obviously, we have a backup plan. She has got through Shishti Bangalore and she is today starting her journey and orientation, knowing that we will get through NID Ahmedabad, come what may. Things are not always the way you all think that, oh, life is absolutely hunky dory. I had some challenges in my business front also, but yes, the practice of gratitude helped me big time. I'm not denying it. It really helped me. The practice of being in the now helped me. I was centering, balancing, aligning myself. The person who's flicked this box of mine, because of my unified journey, I know who he is, right? And it's very heartbreaking to know somebody who's worked with you for 18 years has done this in a weak moment. But and now then I don't want to do a police case because I know poor guy, he, his children, his wife who live here, everyone's going to be in the soup, plus the other staff will be under check. But I've lost a huge amount of jewelry. If you're talking about 1 crore kind of jewelry going like this, it's very disheartening, especially it's your hard-earned money. It's not like life is easy for everyone. Challenges will come in our life, but how do we surface above them is important. I have had chances where Muskan and I've had near breakdown because of admission. I have had a showdown in a way with my family, but we've tried to keep our head held high. Everyone's going through a lot right now, and it's to even lose a cook who's been cooking for you fantastically for such a long time. The very idea is disheartening. But you know what? I'm still very hopeful. I haven't given up. I know magic and miracles happen. I know my box will be found, come what may, I will work on it. Yes, the problem is that I invested into new jewelry, another set of jewelry last year, and I've been wearing that. In that thing, I forgot that I have another box, and the box got. We were finding for 15 days, Prashant, me and the kids, but we didn't find it. But I'm trying to say, shit happens in life. Few of you are like, ab ye ho gaya, pehle nahi tha. Yes, things happen. With me, I've not lost my jewelry in a long time. Yes, I've had a history. I'm not denying. I have been careless. I'm not denying. I have been very easy, happy-go-lucky in life. I'm not denying. I should have been careful. I agree. But just telling you that, why am I telling you this? You think, oh, Prachi is a coach. I am a seeker. Yes, I realized that last year before last, that, okay, this is my, journey and I want to go through this journey with all of you together. And I saw so much of light in my life and I changed my life pretty much on my own. Of course, I'm not going to deny that I have a most amazing set of parents and grandparents and the most amazing set of in-laws in Prashant. I'm not denying all that. I have been special and super lucky, completely great. But if you all start thinking कि नहीं इनकी life में तो problems नहीं होते, सिर्फ हमारी life में होते हैं. My husband behaves like this. I can't do. My wife behaves like this. She can't do this. She doesn't understand me. So let's understand. If you're thankful, if you're grateful, things can turn. And yet, if some things don't happen the way we want, just nice to surrender, be in the moment, manifest, and surrender. That's what we're all learning for the last few days in Power of Now. So just see, all the books are concluding with the same fact. Luke Cotino is now coming to a conclusion and he's talking about thankfulness, gratitude. The last bit is something we should all remember. Starting is important, but ending is even more important. So now please get centered, balanced, aligned. A lot of you have left the journey. So through the Catalyst boosters and the Sangha Mitras, a lot of our friends have lost the journey. They have got sidetracked. Please get them back. I'm not talking about the Jain community. They're all going through their Parushans or whatever they call their fasting, spiritual thing, which they're going in the morning, religious thing, which they're going in the morning at 5. Definitely, if you believe in religion so much, first priority to religion. If you have a family concern, first think to the family. So just telling you all that this is fine. And when these patterns are repeating in my life about losing, it's because I have to learn a lesson from them. Any pattern that comes again and again and again, it's to teach us a lesson. When I don't learn the lesson, it'll come again and again. So if you're having some challenges, some roadblocks about either your health or anything, or even your businesses, please understand you have to learn from it. We all have been given lessons. This week, Prashant and I are looking forward to being with the tabling circling community in Jaipur. We couldn't go because it was my niece's farewell. She's going to Bath, UK for like a 4-year period. And we're like, okay, this is more important to us. So it is. Very beautiful of me too to send some pictures of, some kind of recognitions for our circle and our tables and everything, and even other tablers. So we've pretty much felt a part of the entire thing with the pictures coming up and everything. You can't always be everywhere that you want. Why am I saying this? Because sometimes you don't realize and you think, oh, we are in this journey. I'm saying this because now many of you will not join back, LTS3, and that's absolutely okay. But just remember, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Please be consistent in your practice of gratitude. And I can tell you something. I was talking to Shweta Kanudia, the one I started my journey with. I was blessing her a couple of days ago, and she's going through a lot in life. So I was sharing with her that, this is what I'm feeling right now in life. And I realized that I had left writing gratitude for 5 days. After 600, 700 days, I was not writing gratitude for 5, 7 days. And my entire life turned around because I stopped writing. So again, I'm saying when you stop writing gratitude, it's okay. Start again the next day from day one. I felt really bad. 765 days of gratitude and 766 day to today probably the 780th day, maybe 2 weeks or maybe 10 days, and I haven't written, and just see how life is falling apart. So that is the attitude of gratitude. I am grateful, but I'm not writing my morning bit, and morning bit is most important. So whether you are waking up at 7 after the session is over, or 8 or 9 or 6, please, I request you, keep a journal, write your 10 minutes of gratitude without fail, bina naga. You must do it, because that is the only thing which will take us in a further journey. These books will keep coming and going. You will read them. Avid readers would any which ways read some book. And now that they're in a spiritual path, they love the reading. It's fine. You want to come in the session? More than welcome. You want to switch off your cameras? That's your bit. Sometimes I see, I was telling Prashant the other day, there are people I see that they're only seeing the camera, my laptop ki light unke sar pe hoti hai. That means they don't have an atmosphere. They can switch on lights and sit comfortably, and that's okay. All of us have different kind of home structures. So I, as a coach, was very strict in the batch 1. Batch 2, I made it easy. And I can see today we have 39 registrations right now, which means 45, 46 people, including the couples. We've never had this low ever in the first batch, ever. So I don't even think that I'm going wrong, because I know I'm not going wrong. I just know that people are not right now ready, and they're like on the last leg and they're losing it. So just one more quick thing to tell all of you to summarize. Please be consistent, because that will take us to the next places. If we lose a journey, it will not take us. 12th January and today, I have not slept a single day beyond 4:30 or something. If I have a session at 5, I will be here at 5. Even if I had late night, because I am responsible, right? So I'm not doing on any one of you a favor at all. So don't say that, oh, Prachi, you're being selfless. No, I am being selfish, because I love my mornings where we learn and read something new. The first batch was all about English. Second batch, we had little Hindi, because we didn't have people we have people who all knew Hindi as well. So for the benefit of some, we did Hindi. So please, your feedback is very important to me. Constructive feedback, criticism, I am open and receptive to everything. Please feel free to write to me if there's some suggestion for the new batch, and to those who are mentioning. Okay, so I had a couple of requests that we can't afford 7121 for this third series. Please, I'm happy to go completely zero on that. Don't you worry. Just message me and send me, because anyways, out of 1-to-1 people, 12 people are always on pro bono. That's the minimum seva that I'm doing, even out of the seva, because that's my kartavya. So if there are people of you who are having challenges, please let me know. So you want discount, please let me know. It's not about money, and you all know that. For me, it's about just helping change all of our lives, right? So if money is an issue, please feel free. But I can again tell you that don't keep saying money is an issue. Just say money is energy, and we are full of it. Yeah, that's to change our future. But right now for the session, please feel free. There is absolutely no need for you to pay if you're having some challenging problems. In the first Sangha, I will not name one. She comes from a financially very good family, but she's dependent upon her husband to the T. She says, I can't afford 3121. We were charging 3121 that time. And I said, just come, there's no need to pay. I sent her the books and everything. You know what? She paid me the 3121 in seven times. But so sweet of her. She's, and she's like, I can afford $300. I'm like, don't pay. And she kept paying, and she completed 3121. That was her integrity and her commitment. So it's fine. Please don't think about that. So just wanted to let you know that this is how life is. And life does throw us off track, but for us to come on track, only I can do it. Nobody else can do it. Get that very clear. We're not dependent. We're here. God has made us whole and complete. So let's be in this journey and let's conclude it beautifully, knowing that it's a new beginning for all of us. So lots of love and light to you all. And let's start Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now. So yes, Rahul sir, now you can showcase the book. And I'm thankful to you for being so proactive and just immediately put in the books on screen. Thank you so much. I love you too, Rohini ji. Absolutely. So, it's likewise. Don't think that I don't. I see all of you. Thank you, Alifia, for all your beautiful words. All right. So today we are on this very beautiful journey of, were we not on page number 175? Yes, we are on this page number 175, from mind energy to spiritual energy. That's what we're going to be today tackling about. So all of our minds has an energy, right? How do we shift the mind energy to our spiritual energy? Our spiritual energy is somewhere here. That's when it gets flow in our body. The mind energy is somewhere here in the part of our mind. So they're pretty close. Now, what the question was, letting go of resistance is easier said than done. I still don't see clearly how to let go. If you say it by surrendering, the question remains how? So very beautiful question. And a lot of you probably have this question, right? So let's read the answer. Sanya, over to you, please.
Start by acknowledging that there is resistance. Be there when it happens, when the resistance arises. Observe how your mind creates it, how it labels the situation, yourself or others. Look at the thought process involved. Feel the energy of the emotion. By witnessing the resistance, you will see that it serves no purpose. By focusing all your attention on the now, the unconscious resistance is made conscious, and that is the end of it. You cannot be conscious and unhappy, conscious and in negativity. Negativity, unhappiness, or suffering in whatever.
Change the page, please.
He's already done it.
Okay, so maybe my net is lagging then. Okay.
Negativity, unhappiness, or suffering in whatever form means that there is resistance, and resistance is always unconscious.
Okay, so very important for us to see that if you and I'm not flowing in life, that means kuch rukawat hai, there's some resistance. And that resistance is not normal. Because when we are born with love and light, everything is supposed to be crystal clear. We're supposed to enjoy life and freely flow. जहाँ पर भी negativity, unhappiness आती है, resistance आता है, it's unconscious. It's just happening out of a place where you're operating from. You don't even realize it and you're doing it. But the minute you become conscious that no, I have to flow in life. I have to have a positive attitude. I have to be happy and I have to surrender. I have to accept. That is when the shift happens. So what are we doing on this journey? Consciously trying to feel the energy of the emotion. What emotion am I feeling today? So if I'm feeling low and upset, okay, I'm feeling low and upset. I accept it. But what do I want to do instead? I want to feel high and happy. So what do? I affirm to myself that, okay, I am high and happy. And with this manifestation, this affirmation, I surrender my feeling inadequate, whatever I'm feeling. So I feel the emotion and I surrender the emotion, but then I manifest and then I surrender the manifestation. So it's again, everything acceptance, surrender, acceptance, surrender. Acceptance, surrender, manifest, surrender, surrender, surrender is a word. And it's very easy to surrender, very easy to surrender. If you don't think you're in the right company at the right time, there's some toxicity that time, which is momentarily, trust me, unplug yourself from that situation. You know, the person loves you, the people love you or whatever. But if you can't resonate at the same vibration, because maybe your vibration is dipped too low, so just unplug. And remember, when you see something negative in other people, it's your reflection. So if it's your reflection, then you know, oh, I'm seeing that person as this person. So that, emotion is there in me. And that's when you have to surrender that emotion. इसीलिए बोलते हैं life teaches us a lesson. So if I see that, if I see that, you're a thief, for example, I'm going through that. So if I see that you're a thief, that means I have also done some theft at some level. It could be emotional, spiritual, physical, something, because the person is showing me my own reflection. So get that clear. And then it's a deep dive within you. Okay, where have I done this wrong? What have I done this wrong? That is the reason when I looked at the theft, I'm like, no, I'm not going to become a thief of his happiness by putting him behind the bars. No, I will not do this. He's done this. This is his karma. I will not spoil mine by spoiling his life. It's a huge thing to say when you've lost such a big thing. But can I afford the 10, 15 other people in my circuit of staff to get under the loop, even the ones who come in temporary to clean the loos or to, the gardeners? Can I do that? So then I have to arrest my own feeling and see, oh, this is what I'm feeling. I'm labeling the person like this, and this label is coming from me. So it's again deep dive for us. And the minute you and I are going to deep dive, we'll be able to let go like this. Problem kya hoti hai? We don't face the situation. And then we can't let go. And then we resist. Nahi, 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 nahi. Whenever this nahi shabd comes, know that it's resistance. Whenever ha comes, that means it's you're flowing with life. So now the next question was, surely I can be conscious of my unhappy feelings. She's asking that, can I be conscious of my unhappy feelings? So let's read the question and the answers.
Would you choose unhappiness? If you did not choose it, how did it arise? What is its purpose? Who is keeping it alive? You say that you are conscious of your unhappy feelings, but the truth is that you are identified with them and keep the process alive through compulsive thinking, and that is unconscious. If you were conscious, that is to say, totally present in the now, all negativity would dissolve almost instantly. It would not survive in your presence. It can only survive in your absence. Even the pain body cannot survive for long in your presence. You keep your unhappiness alive by giving it time. That is its lifeblood. Remove time through intense present moment awareness and it dies. But do you want it to die? Have you truly had enough? Who would you be without it?
So very, very important for us to understand that obviously it's a very obvious question. If anybody asks anybody, will you want to choose unhappiness? कोई नहीं बोलने वाला कि मैं नाखुश रहना चाहता. Nobody will say I want to be unhappy, right? Why did I choose it? But I'm feeling unhappy. Obviously, I'm feeling unhappy. So I'm asking this question. So then I have to introspect within me that why have I chosen it? क्यों आया ये? क्या सिखाने आया ये? What life lesson do I have to learn? And if I'm expanding on it, I'm giving it more energy, more life. The minute I know that, कि अरे मैं इसके बारे में सोच रही हूँ तो और unhappy होंगी, then that is what is going to come in our consciousness. We are going to realize, oh shit, this is something which I have involuntarily got on me. Then what do I say? I dissolve all the negativity and I say, oh, I don't want this. This is not what I want. So what do I say instead? I want positivity, and I am positive. Now, when I say I'm positive, obviously negativity can't survive because it's like, oh my God, my place has been taken by somebody else. If I have pain in my body and I say, oh, I'm absolutely great, I'm vivacious, I'm loving, I have great energy, the pain has to go. The pain can't survive in a happy place. Pain body will only survive in an unhappy place. It can't ever be alive. Everyone needs attention. If you don't give it attention, it's going to change and go and leave your body, whether it's emotions, diseases, anything. So please understand, we don't want to die a death, or we don't want to die a death of a negative emotion or of a positive emotion. We only want to harness the energy. So truly, have you truly had enough? Who would you be without it? So then you ask yourself questions. अरे ये मेरे में unhappiness आया है. Have I had enough? Have I learned a lesson? अगर ये नहीं होगा तो मैं क्या होऊंगा? खुश होऊंगा. So should I let it go? Yes, let it go, because it's not serving me any purpose. Whenever you feel unhappy, the question answer आप अपने आप से करो. And the best would be if you can speak to yourself in the mirror. Then you can see your own energy. You'll be able to see your, अरे मेरी expression बदल रहे हैं. Then it's a true you, and that conversation, trust me, is not easy. अपने आप से मिरर में बात करना, especially when you have a negative thing, अपने आप से आंखें मिलाना is not so easily because we are trying to become victims and share the blame game or blame somebody else. अपने आप से agree करना, अपनी आंखों में देखकर बात करना is the most toughest. So get that fact very, very, very clear. Yes, let's read the next paragraph.
Until you practice surrender, the spiritual dimension is something you read about, talk about, get excited about, write books about, think about, believe in, or don't, as the case may be. It makes no difference. Not until you surrender does it become a living reality in your life. When you do, the energy that you emanate and which then runs your life is of a much higher vibrational frequency than the mind energy that still runs our world. The energy that created the existing social, political, and economic structures of our civilization, and which is also continuously perpetuates which also continuously perpetuates itself through our educational system and the media. Through surrender, spiritual energy comes into this world. It creates no suffering for yourself, for other humans, or any other life form on the planet. Unlike mind energy, it does not pollute the earth and it is not subject to the law of polarities, which dictates that nothing can exist without its opposite, that there can be no good without bad. Those who run on mind energy, which is still the vast majority of the Earth's population, remain unaware of the existence of spiritual energy. It belongs to
Okay,
a
so right
different.
now, one second. So right now, we have about 45, 47 people on call. Just raise your hands up or write in the chat box. Did you practice surrender ever before coming to the session? And if you practice surrender, you just let your desires, your manifestations, full moon, you burn that, you just surrendered that somehow. Did you realize that there is spirituality? Did you realize the entire feeling, everything is coming true? How come this thing which hasn't come true for such a long time has come true? Did you realize your frequency shifted? Ekdam se you were like, you're feeling lighter. Very dreams, mere khwab, mera sab kuch, mera. When you surrender that, how your energy changes. How that is when the spiritual dimension opens for us. Before it does not open for us. हम कितना ही सुन लें, पढ़ लें, but हम feel नहीं कर पाएंगे. So practice what you preach, right? कुछ नया सिखाया है, सीखा है, तो जब तक हम try नहीं करेंगे, कैसे हमें मालूम पड़ेगा? मेरा कोई मकसद नहीं था to bring you in the spiritual world. I mean, if I'm telling you, like मैंने first batch में बोला ही नहीं था. क्योंकि मुझे खुद नहीं पता था. I was just told by one of, while the first batch was going on, I was told by somebody who crossed over that your endeavor is spirituality. I did not know that I'm on this path. Every batch, the things changes. And I'm embracing it. Because I surrender. कि जो करवाना है करवा लो मेरे थ्रू क्या एनर्जी आने वाली है मुझे नहीं पता. You're guiding me and I'm going to just follow it. Why? Because अब मैं mind energy से operate नहीं कर रही. Why? Because I'm allowing my vibration energy to guide me. I'm enjoying my journey. I'm saying I have spiritual guidance, divine guidance, protection, and that's guarding me now. So now mind energy is going to be not so subtle. Utti halki nahi rahegi. It's going to be heavy. It's polluting the earth. There's polarity. It'll try to, have ego, I, me, and am. But if you're operating from a spiritual energy that, oh, I am whole and pure and complete, and nothing in the world can shake me, and I am on this path of learning. I will falter, galtiyan hongi mujhse, but unse hi main sikhungi. That is what is happening. Let's understand the beautiful concept of surrender is so important in life. If we do not know how to surrender, we will always be holding on to our ambitions. I'm saying it's great to have ambitions. It's absolutely wonderful. But if you truly want to evolve as the magical spiritual beings, we have to surrender. Reality ko face karo, samjho or surrender karo, knowing what you want. And that's when you're free of negativity, free. And that in itself is so relieving. And the energy that you get is absolutely mind-boggling. So let's talk about this, yes. Sanya, could you please read the last paragraph?
It belongs to a different order of reality and will create a different world when a sufficient number of humans enter the surrendered state and so become totally free of negativity. If the earth is to survive, this will be the energy of those who inhabit it. Jesus,
Now it's a bigger question. One second. Sorry, I'm butting in. Now, this last two lines are so important. अगर हमारी consciousness increase हो रही है, हम surrender कर रहे हैं, हम whole and complete हो रहे हैं without negativity, तो इसका मतलब and as a sangha हम सब अगर हो रहे हैं, so if we have 47 people here and हम सब release हो रहे हैं, we are helping our planet Earth also. Let her survive. She has chosen to be a planet for so many souls for our elevation, and we are abusing her. अगर एक भी soul की journey better होती है, spiritual world में आती है, this is where we've come from. We are increasing this entire beautiful fact. So इसीलिए मैं बोलती हूँ, we are all the channels of love and light. अगर आज प्रकाश ने एक भी इंसान की लाइफ में love and light add कर दी, which is Jigisha, I would say, खुद भी आया, जिगीशा को भी लाया, so he has become the channel. And I would say the channel is again RJ Sam, our coach, who intertwined so many of our BCI friends into one. So all of us are somehow channel makers. If we channelize this beautiful thought into something, ek bhi jane ki life mein hum sudhar laya, so that means we are increasing Mother Earth's quality. So let's realize this is what life is all about. Let's all be the channels. Let's all spread the goodness. Let's all let people realize this is beautiful. मैं ये नहीं बोल रही send them for the session. Probably sit with them, explain to them something if you have the time inclination, but understand we have to, ये हमारा फर्ज है, this is our कर्तव्य. मदर अर्थ को सर्वाइव करवाने के लिए एनर्जी इनहैबिट करनी है, ऊंचा लेकर जाना है. दिस इज आवर राइट, दिस इज आवर मिनिमम. इट्स एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रॉम अस टू बी अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. नाउ इन द स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी यू आर रियलाइजिंग. पहले हमें कोई रियलाइज ही नहीं हुआ. अब Eckhart Tolle बोले तो नाउ रियलाइजिंग, या ओके, या सो आई डिडंट नो ये भी पार्ट है मेरे लाइफ का. So a lot of you, did you know that you are all here for a reason? Did you all know that you're supposed to enter the surrendered state and become free of negativity? And because of this, Earth is going to survive and the energy shift will happen. Did we all know this before we joined? Or we heard this particular line from Eckhart? A lot of you will say, okay, I knew, but a lot of you will say, no, we did not know. Yes, because now we are rising above ourselves. And that is absolutely magical. So thank you so much. Yes, Anya, sorry, you can read now.
Jesus referred to this energy when he made his famous prophetic statement in the Sermon on the Mount. Blessed are the gentle, they shall have the earth for their possession. It is a silent but intense presence that dissolves the unconscious patterns of the mind. They may still remain active for a while, but they won't run your life anymore. The external conditions that were being resisted also tend to shift or dissolve quickly through surrender. It is a powerful transformer of situations and people. If conditions do not shift immediately, your acceptance of the now enables you to rise above them. Either way, you are free.
So again, very important for us to understand that if we are going for ascension, we are increasing our consciousness, we're increasing our surrendering, we are definitely becoming a bit better than what we were. And now we don't resist so easily. We're like, oh, let's flow, jo hoga, acha hoga. Now, when we're believers, automatically we are surrendering. When we are saying, jo hoga, acha hoga, उस समय उस line में भी हमारा surrender है. क्योंकि हमने कहा, we've said, okay, let the life, we trust the process of life. And that is the most important and powerful transformation of our life, of things around us, of events and people. And अगर immediate shift नहीं हुआ, but हमने बोला कि चलो कोई बात नहीं, this is what I'm feeling. But abhi, what am I? Right now, I'm going to center, balance, align myself. That minute also, I'm free. So either this or that, हमें tools दिए जा रहे हैं for living a beautiful, powerful life. How many tools do we want to take up? Completely depends upon us. If we want to pick up, our life ka quality will be the next level. And if you're happy being where we are, then that's okay. No judgments there also. If this is what you're happy, absolutely okay. Now I'm reading the most beautiful part. All of us have relationships, all of us, with our parents, with our siblings, with our partners, with our children. We are born in a family, so that's the most important, your social. For everyone, let's get this very clear. Whether you believe me or whether you don't believe me, our source relationships are our father and mother. Mother and a child will never lose the connect. So when the umbilical cord is cut, all of you may know that when a child is born, the umbilical cord which connects the mother and the child is cut. It can be cut physically, but astrally, it's always there. So even if I was to cross over and go, my mom and I would be connected because we have a connection. So if you have a problem in your life with your parent or parents, please get yourself straight that you cannot have a problem with your parents. And if you create that cord of contention, of that beautiful feeling with your in-laws, you're multiplying your source energy. So understand that. Your source relationship is with your parents, the birth parents. Then, of course, you can have, like in my case, I think my grandparents are equally important for me. If not equally, pretty much 90% as important as my parents are. Then I would say my in-laws, 80% as important. If I can't compare them to mom, dad, 100%, which I tell mom that, mama is a much better mother-in-law. So, yes, I said she's such a beautiful mother. If you can be like her, you'll be like most amazing. I tell her when she was Rishi's wife's mother-in-law, so of course. So I'm just trying to say that we can't manipulate some relationships, which are especially our parents. Then we come with siblings. They are born in our life. So these two is something you can't compromise. Later, you have a partner or life partner, and then you have children. But the hierarchy remains this. If you miss yourself in the hierarchy, then you've missed yourself. I'm not saying children can be last. You can probably put them as close to your partner and maybe as close, but you can't say my parents are not as important. So this is one thing which we must realize, that now we're talking about surrender in our personal relationships. And these which I talked about are personal. Extended relationships will be a many, many, many. Enjoy them also. But let's talk about surrender in personal relationships. The question asked is, what about people who want to use me, manipulate or control me? Am I to surrender to them? अरे, what a question. कि लोग तो मुझे manipulate कर रहे हैं, control कर रहे हैं, क्या मैं उन पे भी surrender कर दूं? किन लोग की बात हो रही है? Okay, let's talk about the result. Yes, please, Anya.
They are being cut off from being. So they unconsciously attempt to get energy and power from you. It is true that only an unconscious person will try to use or manipulate others. But it is equally true that only an unconscious person can be used and manipulated. If you resist or fight unconscious behavior in others, you become unconscious yourself. But surrender doesn't mean that you allow yourself to be used by unconscious people. Not at all. It is perfectly possible to say no firmly and clearly to a person, or to walk away from a situation and be in the state of complete inner non resistance at the same time. When you say no to a person or a situation, let it come not from reaction, but from insight, from a clear realization of what is right or not right for you at that moment. Let it be a non reactive no, a high quality no, a no that is free of all negativity and so creates no further suffering.
Let's stay on this page, sir. So very important that when people are coming in your life and they are trying to manipulate you, control you. So why are they doing that? Firstly, they're insecure. They're not resonating in consciousness. And अब आप उनको ये नहीं बोलोगे कि अरे आप तो इनसिक्योर हो, आप तो मैनिपुलेट कर रहे हो, आप तो कंट्रोल कर रहे हो. ठीक है, उनकी जर्नी, उनको भी कॉन्शियसनेस नहीं आई, आपको आ गई है, सो ग्रेट. अब ऐसे लोग ऐसा एटमॉस्फेयर क्रिएट करते हैं कि आपको लगता है कि अरे इनके साथ जाके तुम्हें एनर्जी बहुत डाउन हो जाती है. क्यों? क्योंकि आपने अपना ऑरा प्रोटेक्ट नहीं किया और ऐसे टॉक्सिसिटी में जाकर वो पर्सन आपका पॉजिटिविटी खींच लेता है. आपको पता है ना, I don't know how many of you are into Harry Potter and the mentor, so there people suck the energy, the good energy from people. So जिसके पास कम energy है, वो दूसरे से energy खींचेगा to have a life of their own. So आपको ऐसे में लगता है, oh my God, my energy is less. I'm allowing the person to manipulate me. Firstly, I've talked to all of you about guarding your aura. Please guard your aura, especially when you have to go in a meeting with such people. And this meeting could be a business meeting, a personal meeting, or whatever. Just protect your aura and just say, I am whole and complete. And all the angels, I invoke the energy let my aura be sealed. Don't allow negativity to come into you. ऐसे में क्या होता है, आप दे देते हो अपनी positivity, और उससे क्या होता है, आप थोड़ा सा उससे ले लेते हो. There has to be an exchange always, right? So you're giving your positivity, but you're getting your negativity. So Richa, start guarding your aura. Start guarding it. Just tell the universe above, the divinities above, that protect my aura. I'm going into this thing, so I need the safety. If you don't ask, you will not get. But you have to believe in it, right? And I'm sure all of us believe now. We can't resist कि अरे मेरे को तो किससे बात ही नहीं करनी. अगर ऐसा है तो ठीक है, but it's always nice to have an exchange. क्या पता उस person का दिल बदला है, something. So please start meeting people. Don't shirk away from meeting, but go with the flow that my aura is, complete. It's absolutely great. And don't say no because you're conditioned कि अरे ये तो ऐसा ही करेगी या ये तो ऐसा ही करेगा, मेरे को तो ना बोलना है. No, not at all. Listen to the person. Analyze the situation. एक मैकेनिकल ना बोलने की जगह अंडरस्टैंड, रिएक्ट नहीं करना है हमें अपनी क्लियर रियलाइजेशन से यस नो करना है. And I'm very happy to tell you that 21st October, when we start this book of Unified, आप लोग की लाइफ में, हाँ, to everyone, Unified is absolutely a compliment. Is one of the extra classes that I'll be doing. Please come for that. Your life will change. If you are all saying कि अरे आपने लाइफ बदल दी हमारी, so I can tell you, Nitya Shanti and Roshni brought that book in my life, Unified. It's changed my life completely. So I'm really excited to introduce that book to all of you. उससे आपको और मालूम पड़ेगा. There'll be a further clear realization and insight into yourself that what is a yes, what is a no. And all of us will become free of negativity and there will be no more suffering. जब आपको अंदर से आप आंसर दोगे, दिल का बात बोलते हैं ना, दिल की बात सुनो. दिल क्या बोल रहा है उसको फॉलो करो. When you have a duvitha, when you have a thing with either listen to my mind or my heart, always heart rules first. So please go for that. Yes, now we can turn the page, sir. So now the question is, I'm in a situation at work that is unpleasant. I have tried to surrender to it, but I find it impossible. A lot of resistance keeps coming up. So a lot of you will feel कि यार ये तो बहुत सही है, हमारे साथ भी तो होता है, घर में भी होता है, लोग के साथ भी होता है, factories, offices में भी होता है. Yeah, it's normal, right? But we have an answer to this, and the answer is so beautiful. Let's read it.
If you cannot surrender, take action immediately. Speak up or do something to bring about a change in the situation or remove yourself from it. Take responsibility for your life. Do not pollute your beautiful, radiant inner being, nor the earth with negativity. Do not give unhappiness in any form whatsoever a dwelling place inside you. If you cannot take action, for example, you are in prison, then you have two choices left: resistance or surrender, bondage or inner freedom from external conditions, suffering or inner peace.
So very important to understand. अगर हम एक सिचुएशन में हैं जो हम सरेंडर नहीं कर पा रहे, इम्पॉसिबल लग रहा है, we have to take action. What action? Speak up or do something to bring about a change in situation. अरे आपको सिचुएशन से बाहर निकलना है ना, तो आपको पता है ना कि मैं ही कर सकता हूँ, एंड आप अपने आप को विक्टिम कर रहे हो, ब्लेम कर रहे हो, तो आप फिर तो आपने शिफ्ट कर दिया ना किसी और के ऊपर. So take the responsibility, take the ownership. So I can bring the change. I am responsible for my life. I will not spoil my beautiful, radiant life. I will not bring negativity. मुझे नहीं चाहिए, मुझे happiness चाहिए. Happiness मेरे अंदर है, मुझे उसको invoke करना है. And अब जैसे एग्जाम्पल हमारे पास आया, पैंडेमिक आया लास्ट ईयर, क्या आपके और मेरे पास ऑप्शन था इनिशियल टाइम पे टू मूव आउट द हाउस? नो ना. 1-2 months तो we couldn't even step out of our house, even we couldn't even go for walks in the colonies. It was not allowed. उस समय अगर हम सफर कर रहे हैं तो हम बीमार पड़ गए, और अगर हमने एंजॉय करा अपना फैमिली को उस समय तो कितना मजा आया. डिड यू सी हाउ फेसबुक एंड सोशल मीडिया वर बजिंग विद home chef cooks and everyone was excited and happy and they were sharing. तो क्या हुआ उससे? Social media was amazing that time. I realized, I realized I went back to the kitchen after such a long time, and I sent every day. I sent my pictures. Guess what? I had a ripple effect. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, you're cooking!" And then Prachi ki recipes dekho, and they would ask me for recipes. I would post another pictures. It became a beautiful exchange on the entire social media. It became a celebration of life. And not only me, there's so many people who did that. So we took a choice कि अरे हमें तो फ्लो करना है लाइफ में. हमने उस समय ये तो नहीं किया ना कि अरे ओ गॉड अब तो मर रहे हैं कर रहे हैं. जिन्होंने किया, there were people who did that also. And you know that I know some of the people who've died also. They were so negative कि ऐसा क्या हो गया. वो सिर्फ नेगेटिव बातें कर रहे थे, बड़े भी थे छोटे भी थे. And they actually crossed over because they were resisting, they were not flowing with it. So if there's a bondage, we'll never be able to prosper. So in the jail of your life, if you are jailed, you'll never be able to prosper. So please free yourself from it. Please free yourself from suffering, and please find inner peace by taking some action towards a positive change. And only you can take the action. So yes, weight was happening because we were scared कि weight बढ़ जाएगा, and बढ़ गया. जिन लोगों ने enjoy किया कि अरे मजा आ रहा है, उनका तो वेट नहीं बढ़ा. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ पीपल का वेट नहीं बढ़ा, जिनका अरे ऐसा खाओगे तो वेट बढ़ जाएगा, अरे हाँ वेट बढ़ जाएगा, वेट बढ़ गया. इट्स ऑल फियर. जो हम सोचते हैं वो होता है. आज मुझे जनवरी में जब ये जर्नी पे शुरू किया था, एंड आई पुट ऑन वेट, यू नो, सो इन द अनक्लट, थैंक्स टू माय द गाय हु स्टोल माय ज्वेलरी, आई रियलाइज कि मुझे अनक्लटर करना है. सो मुस्कान, तविशी, आई, प्रशांत, वी वर अनक्लटरिंग. आई रियलाइज 25-30 new outfits almost new did not fit me. My sizes become even bigger. I said, okay, I packed them up and I said, keep them away. Let's buy brand new clothes. So I'm accepting. Like right now, I'm the biggest ever. Even the full-term pregnancy, 24 kilos. I was never this big, and I'm like, okay, yeah, so what? And somebody's like, what's happened with you? I said, oh, I'm enjoying my new phase. The other day, I went to a person. I get clothes stitched now because I can't fit into regular stuff. He's like, आपका ना 15 दिन में 3-3 इंच बढ़ गया. I'm like, wow, more उन्नति, more abundance. आपका attitude कैसा है मैडम? ऐसे मैं तो ऐसे ही है. So I'm just trying to say that if I'm going to resist, it's going to become even more, right? So enjoy it now. So I know it's easier said than done, but I'm enjoying it right now. I know abhi wo aane wala hai retreat in less than 2-3 weeks. I have to probably get new stuff done. It's okay. We'll get it done. People say she's so big, she talks about weight all the time. Okay, because I'm talking about weight is coming on to me. So I know it's easier said than done, but it's not so tough. Suffer karne se kuch nahi hone wala. Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's enjoy and flow in our life. The next question is non-resistance also to be practiced in the external conduct of our lives, such as non-resistance to violence, or is it something that just concerns our inner life? Such a beautiful question. Let's read the answer.
You only need to be concerned with the inner aspect. It is primary. That is primary. Of course, that will also transform the conduct of your outer life, your relationships, and so on. Your relationships will be changed profoundly by surrender. If you can never accept what is, by implication, you will not be able to accept anybody the way they are. You will judge, criticize, label, reject, or attempt to change people. Furthermore, if you continuously make the now into a means to an end in the future, you will also make every person you encounter or relate with into a means to an end. The relationship, the human being, is then of secondary importance to you, and or of no importance at all. What you can get out of the relationship is primary, be it material gain, sense of power, physical pleasure, or some form of ego gratification. Let me illustrate how surrender can work in relationships. When you become involved in an argument or some conflict situation, perhaps with a partner or someone close to you, start by observing how defensive you become as your own position is attacked, or feel the force of your own aggression as you attack the other person's position. Observe the attachment to your views and opinions. Feel the mental, emotional energy behind your need to be right and make the other person wrong. That's the energy of the egoic mind. You make it conscious by acknowledging it, by feeling it fully as possible. Then one day, in the middle of an argument, you will suddenly realize that you have a choice, and you may decide to drop your own reaction just to see what happens. You surrender. I don't mean dropping the reaction just verbally by saying, okay, you are right, with a look on your face that says, I'm above all this childish unconsciousness. That's just displacing the resistance to another level with the egoic mind still in charge, claiming superiority. I'm speaking of letting go of the entire mental emotional energy field inside you that was fighting for power. The ego is cunning, so you have to be very alert, very present, and totally honest with yourself to see whether you have truly relinquished your identification with a mental position and so freed yourself from your mind. If you suddenly feel very light, clear, and deeply at peace, that is an unmistakable sign that you have truly surrendered. Then observe what happens to the other person's mental positions as you no longer energize it through resistance. When identification with mental positions is out of the way, true communication begins.
Wow. So I'm going to explain this very, very detailed. I'll take my time and explain this. Now, what's happening is you have had an inner think, oh, what is this feeling coming to me? Why am I seeing this negativity? What is a lesson for me to learn? Okay, so this is my affirmation and this is how I manifest and this is how I surrender. We're clear about that. Internal dialogue, we're clear. Now, there is need for external dialogue, right? With your partner, with whoever. We talked about relationships. What do? So when you have a need in life that you feel that somebody is judging you, criticizing you, labeling you, rejecting you, or trying to change you, firstly, I'll tell you something, the hard truth of life. I do not know about, I don't want to be generically saying that statement, but I am yet saying it. Couples are trying to change each other all the time. अरे तुम ये कर लो ना बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा, अरे तुम ऐसी हो जाओ ना बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा, अरे तुम ऐसे हो जाओ बहुत अच्छा हो जाएगा. Very few of us accept each other into totality, whole and complete. यार ये तो ऐसा ही है या ऐसी ही है and I'm okay with it. Or this is nice about her and this is how she flows and we are comfortable. That means हम judge नहीं करें, criticize नहीं करें, label नहीं करें, reject नहीं करें. And ये parents के लिए भी है, for children also. You are accepting the child the way he or she is with their advantages, disadvantages. But अगर हर समय कंपेयर करेंगे, रिजेक्ट करेंगे, क्रिटिसाइज करेंगे, एक्सेप्ट नहीं करेंगे, तो हम एक रेजिस्टेंस के मोड में आ जाएंगे. और फिर कभी भी जब बात आएगी, सो क्या होगा कि अरे मुझे ये मिल जाता या ये मेरी बात सुन ले. We are going to be in a ego trip. And now when there's an argument, kabhi aapne observe kiya, now think about this when I'm asking this question. I'm going to give a very generic example. Of course, my students are not married, so you 10 of you can just stay out of it. And some of you are otherwise, so maybe 12, 15 people can stay out of it. So I'm talking about, or you can, those who are not married can talk about this with their parents or with their siblings. जब आप एक आर्ग्यूमेंट में आते हो या कॉन्फ्लिक्ट सिचुएशन आती है where there's some kind of heat exchange going to happen, what happens to you? आपने कुछ बोला, आपने उनको देखा, मैं इसलिए बोल रही हूँ कि आपने बोला, and vice versa, I'll change it also. When you're saying something to him or her, she becomes defensive and she says a couple of things back to you. Why? Because she doesn't want to accept कि अरे मेरा ये negative है, चाहे वो समझ में आ रहा हो, is going to try and attack you back. ये हम क्यों करते हैं पता है? We are insecure. अरे ये सही नहीं हो जाए, मेरा view and opinion अलग है. We are so attached to our views and opinions. Similarly, if you are attacked by somebody कि अरे प्राची तुमने ये wrong कर दिया, immediate my thing will be, no, I'm right. मैंने इस जगह से operate किया था. So what is happening? We are becoming attached to our own views and opinions so much that we forget it's all coming from mind energy. It's all coming from mind and emotional energy. And we should understand it doesn't matter who's right, who's wrong. The conclusion should be beautiful. There should be an energy. And now छोड़ो ना, forget, मुझे इसको expand नहीं करना, मुझे इसको बात ही नहीं करना, अच्छा छोड़ो, मुझे इसके बारे में बात नहीं करना. उससे क्या होता है? वो deep down चला जाता है और एक दिन राई का पहाड़ बनता है because आपके अंदर वो इतना मलाल भरा हुआ है. I'll tell you one more hard fact about life. जो लोग सब कुछ मुंह पे बोल देते हैं ना, सबके दिल के सबसे ज्यादा साफ होते हैं. You will find many quotes on this also. It's a known fact. And people who are quiet, they're going to be having resentment. They're like, मैं तो हाथ खड़े कर लेता हूँ, it's okay. उसका ये nature है, it's okay. That surrender is also important, but clearing your inner layers. You can't just say, okay, you're right, you're fine. I'm, it's moving. Okay, at some time it's important. When you think कि argument में जीतना is not important, and if that person is coming from energy जो वो समझना ही नहीं चाह रहा, then you have to let go. Then you have to move out for that energy. But अगर वो person receptive है, so you have to have a proper direct channel. Do you ever realize with this question कि we are fighting for power? हम अपने आप को सही साबित करना चाह रहे हैं या वो सही साबित करना चाह रहा है? Do we all realize this? Be genuine. When you're in an argument with anyone, do we realize this? I got a direct message, yes. Because we're trying to prove our supremacy. So it's very, Rahul sir, people are not able to send messages on the group all of a sudden. So I'm getting a lot of direct messages. I've got 5 direct messages and they're not coming on the group. So has setting been changed? Because all of a sudden I can see, in fact, I can see the last 10 messages after Sanya's message at 5:55, people are not able to send me, can't send to everyone.
I had to change the setting to do that.
No, not you. Yeah. So
no,
sir,
earlier it was going to Seema Vadhavan.
Okay. So it should be to everyone should be the first setting. If something has changed, you can see it later. So yes, I do understand a lot of your yeses are coming. That's because we are trying to fight ourselves. Get it? I, me, and am. Now, where are you operating from? Your egoistical mind. Now, the minute you're alert, you're present, and you're very honest with yourself, that and when you identify कि where am I operating from, वो इंसान toxic है तो क्या मैं भी वैसी बन रही हूँ? And then you're like, okay, let go. That is a true surrender. That is a true surrender. And you feel very light and you feel very clear. You know, to win a conversation, an argument is not important. If you are peaceful at the end of the conversation, that is important. बहुत aggressive लोग जीत जाते हैं ना, कई बार लगता है ठीक है. But the person who's, again, I'm repeating, there are two things, very fine lines. You must clear the doubts. You just can't say, हाँ छोड़ो उसकी मुझे बात नहीं करनी. That means you're always leaving some problem there. So please observe your thoughts. Please see where you're operating from. Please see where's your energy coming from. What are you resisting? What are you identifying with? What is your position? When you understand all of this, and ये बहुत फटफट होता है, it doesn't happen, it doesn't take time. It happens very, very, very fat. And that is when the true communication begins. When both of you are operating from a non-ego angle, and that both of you could be a mother parent, could be a partner, could be anyone, could be business partners, any kind of partnership. Understand that. We will now leave our point at this, and tomorrow we will talk about resistance to face violence, face aggression. So a lot of things are going to be taught to us. But while we conclude this chapter, and Sir moves on to hard thought, let's close our eyes and have a moment of silence. I am whole and complete. I accept all the emotions I'm going through. I analyze myself because I have the power to do so. I take a decision which is divinely guided, insightful, thoughtful decision, not a reaction. I take a proper planned action. And when I operate from this world, I'm always a winner in life. Because then I'm operating from my divine self. When there are arguments, I take a pause and I reflect within. Where am I approaching from? Am I speaking and communicating from my egoistic mind or my spiritually guided, insightful mind? The minute I take a pause, I realize where am I? And that's when I surrender. And that's when the communication with the second person begins beautifully. And that's when I trust the process of life and flow in it. So it is. So it is. Yes, we can open our eyes. And let's have our heart thoughts. So, Radhini, because you've come after such a long time, I request you to raise your hand and let's read this beautiful chapter. Today, again, it's about meditation. It's about wisdom. We read about wisdom yesterday also. I think even yesterday was about wisdom. Let me see. We've done this yesterday, sir. This is the same thing we've done yesterday. Yes, please just check which ones we are showcasing to everyone. So today is about work. I'm working at a career that I really enjoy. Procrastination is another form of resistance. So we were talking about resistance, right? So they're even saying, जब हम बहुत सोच विचार करते हैं, कई लोग होते हैं ना, बहुत सोच के डिसीजंस लेते हैं. अरे सोचते रहते हैं, कभी तो लाइफ में एंजॉय करो यार, फ्री फ्लो करो, मन में आया कर लो यार, रॉन्ग जाओगे एट द मोस्ट, इतना क्या सोचना. सो प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन जो लोग करते हैं वो रेजिस्ट कर रहे होते हैं, ऐसा होगा तो क्या, वैसा होगा तो क्या, जो होगा देखा जाएगा. जस्ट फ्लो विद लाइफ. When you do that, your work becomes beautiful. The career that you've chosen becomes amazing because now you're no longer resisting. कि मेरे लिए ठीक है क्या, ये करूँ क्या, कुछ वो हो रहा है क्या. Then life becomes really beautiful. So because Rajni ji hasn't raised hand, let me read this beautiful excerpt.
No, I have.
You have? Okay, lovely. Thank you, my dear. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
I hope your married life is doing very well.
Yeah, I want to share so many things also, but let's first finish the heart thought.
Yes.
And
Immediately after this, you can share. That's perfect.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm working at a career that I really enjoy. What do you think about your work? Do you think of it as drudgery that you have to do, or do you see it as something you really love to do and enjoy? Begin to affirm that what you do is very fulfilling to you. You get pleasure from your work. You connect with the creativity of the universe and allow it to flow through you in fulfilling ways. Affirm this every time negative thoughts come up about your work. Thank you.
How wonderful. Thank you. So what do we understand from this? अगर हमें बोरियत drudgery लग रही है and we are not enjoying what we are doing, then what do we have to do? Start affirming. Like yesterday, my little daughter, she was having her net emotional breakdown. Mama, I can't follow in life. I'm not keeping up with the class. Mama, I can't concentrate. क्यों हो रहा था? Poor child, everyone's going through 1.5 years. 7-8 घंटे स्कूल में बैठना नहीं हो रहा यार, अब attention span. I told her, beta, it's okay. तुम नहीं, बहुत लोग go through कर रहे हैं. When I used to have Rahul sir's class once a week for 8 hours, I used to have a shutdown कि बस बहुत हो गया. Because you can't sit in the laptop for 7-8 hours. So I told her, start affirming. That's what we are being told. When we are not loving what we are doing, we start affirming what we want to create. So very important for us to understand that work is beautiful. Let's enjoy our work. Let's flow in work. Let's create our work. Let's ask universe for a lot of guidance. Let's flow in life. That's all. And all the negativity that comes up, just start changing into positivity whenever you want. Start affirming. Power of affirmations. So we can create our own affirmations. We don't even need anyone to read something except for the medical ones, which from Louis say, right? So thank you so much, Rahul sir, for showcasing. Thank you, Radhini ji, for reading. And thank you, Sania, for reading. Radhini ji, you were saying you wanted to share something. So why don't you go ahead and then we'll meditate.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. Like I missed for so many days, but बहुत कुछ life में ऐसा चल रहा था और जो मेरे affirmations थे ना वही मेरे सामने आ रहे थे. Like I always wanted to say कि I always affirmed कि मेरी वाली शादी हो रही है तो मुझे family से भी वही पूरा support मिले, वो love मिले और like before रक्षाबंधन अनिल की बहुत सारे relatives आए घर पे and they stayed for so many days and even now also some of them are there. And I got so much of love from them, मतलब from the children, from the relatives. मुझे कहीं से लगा ही नहीं कि मैं इस family से अभी जुड़ी हूँ. And I used to write कि मेरे को इतना प्यार मिल रहा है और मैं इतना प्यार दे रही हूँ. और exactly वही होता है. मेरे कुछ friends हैं इसमें, like Sunita Pradhan, she is there, she is in touch with me. तो उनको भी पता है कि मैं मतलब शेयर करती हूँ कि मुझे कितना लव अफेक्शन मिल रहा है और कितना कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है लाइफ में। एंड उसके बाद में भी ना छोटी वैसे मैं अनिल के अंदर चेंजेस देखती हूँ कि हम दोनों की मॉर्निंग प्रेयर जैसे हम लोगों ने पढ़ा था इसमें ही कि आप अगर ग्रेटिट्यूड फील करते हो जब आप उठते हो, जब आप सोते हो, आप वो करते हो, तो अब अनिल को याद रहता है कि अरे चलो प्रेयर कर लेते हैं। जब हम लोग उठेंगे सुबह तो उसको याद रहता है, जब हम मैंने रात में बिफोर गोइंग टू बेड ऑल्सो उसको याद रहता है कि नहीं अपना प्रेयर करना है। एंड आई एम सीइंग चेंजेस इन हिम ऑल्सो। इतना वो वर्क एल्कोहलिक था एंड इतना ग्रेटिट्यूड अफर्मेशंस नहीं मानता था, लेकिन अब म- मैंने फुल मून मेडिटेशन किया तो उसमें ही वाज देयर कि हाँ चलो यूनिवर्स को सरेंडर करना है, आई विल ऑल्सो कम। और मतलब इतनी मैं चेंजेस देख रही हूँ लाइफ में, इतना कुछ देख रही हूँ कि मैं क्या बताऊं। एंड ऑल क्रेडिट गोज टू यू प्राची। मतलब आपने इतना कुछ सिखाया ना, इतना कुछ किया और उसको हम लोग अपना कर रहे हो लाइफ में। मैं चेंजेस देख रही हूँ वो सब चीजें। अभी भी मैं दुर्गापुर आई हूँ, मेरे नेफ्यू की न्यू बेबी बॉर्न हुई, उसका फंक्शन था, लेकिन पापा गॉट हॉस्पिटलाइज 2 days बिफोर, अभी आईसीयू में है वो। लेकिन मेरा अफर्मेशन पे था, मुझे लगा कि नहीं मैं लिखूंगी पापा इज बैक होम, ही इज हैप्पी हेल्दी फाइन एंड रिलैक्स एंड वी ऑल आर फीलिंग सो ब्लेस्ड। तो कल बीपी नॉर्मल हुआ, कुछ टेस्टिंग होनी है, लेकिन ही इज गेटिंग बेटर एंड आई एम वेरी श्योर एकदम सब कुछ एकदम ठीक हो जाएगा। एंड पापा भी वापस आ जाएंगे बिकॉज आई डू बिलीव इन माई अफर्मेशन सो मच।
Right, right. I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy. Papa means Radha's father-in-law, right?
फादर इन लॉ, या माई फादर एंड
She's your bhabhi, right? So, firstly, I want to thank Radha for introducing you to this journey, the evening journey. So, it's not me. Okay, I take your appreciation, acknowledgement, but it's Radha. If she hadn't shared the session with you, you wouldn't have joined the evening batch. You wouldn't have been so positive. You wouldn't have invited Anil in your life. Okay. Now, thank you for appreciating Anil and for the universe and surrendering. You have been a very thankful person, Radniji, which is why today you are where you are. You're very thankful, and that's why life में इतने magic हो रहे हैं. So thank you for being you. You want to pass on the buck to me? Okay, fine. I'm happy to hear, but it's
नहीं नहीं
all because of
डेफिनेटली।
you.
देखिए राधा भाभी ने मुझे और भी लोगों से इंट्रोड्यूस कराया था, अश्विन मुंजाल से एवरीथिंग से, कि कभी कुछ वर्कआउट नहीं हुआ, वर्कआउट आपके साथ में हुआ। तो
Thank you.
आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू थैंक यू
Thank
एंड आई
you.
विल ऑलवेज कीप ऑन थैंकिंग यू।
Great. So thank you for sharing. So, okay. And of course, Anju, you want to talk more about empower, you want more talk about more of a surrender. Surrender se zyada, baat karne se zyada, we have to start practicing it. Remember one thing, our lessons teach us so much. So if you're going to practice surrender every day, 4, 5, 6, 7 bari, when you're having a conversation with your children or whoever, if you start surrendering that moment, just for example, I'll give you an, okay, you want a guidance. For example, right now I'm talking to, okay, I'm going to keep Naveen because now he's my brother as well. I'm talking to Naveen. And both of us are in a state of conflict. And he's not understanding Prachi kya bol rahi hai, Prachi ko nahi samajh aa, Naveen kya bol rahe hain. So ab kya hoga? We have a conflict. Now we're not in the same frequency. But I immediately say, okay, let's talk about this later. If you're not comfortable right now, let's calm down. Let's meet up about half an hour later. Let's talk to each other if you're comfortable. I surrender myself that moment and give him also space. Okay, boss, take space. Let's come back. That's one way of surrendering. Second is, I surrender and say, okay, I surrender completely. Let Naveen say whatever he wants. 10 minutes, 20 minutes. उसको अपने पूरे मन का निकालें, राइट? तो जब वो निकाल देंगे अपने मन की बात, तब उनको भी लगेगा कि अरे मैं सब कुछ बोल दिया. वो ज्यादा ओपन रिसेप्टिव रहेंगे मेरी बात सुनने के लिए. So let's understand this is second way of surrender. Third way of surrender is you speak to the person, introduce your bit, and just say it's not from, I'm not coming from my ego world, but this is what I genuinely feel. If I'm wrong, I'm happy to know that I'm wrong. The minute we are ready to say that I'm happy to be wrong, we're surrendering ourselves. Surrender is a huge thing. मून को तो हम एक कॉन्शियस सरेंडर करते हैं फॉर ड्रीम्स, बट हर समय अगर हम सरेंडर करना शुरू करें, ग्रेजुअली we'll start flowing in life, because then we are saying we work from a place where we trust life. Are you a little clear, Anju, on this? These 3 4 examples. The same thing I've talked to you with Naveen and me, and we both of us, even he would be happy to, अरे ये तो sorry बोलेंगे ready है. Then his ego will not be operating, or if he's not spiritual, he'll be operating from his ego world. Knowing him, I know he's so spiritual, he knows there's nothing about ego. But if I don't know him, and even if he's coming from ego world, it's okay, right? That he's resonating from his intelligence or his knowledge at that moment. So it's okay. Let's start practicing. The more we start practicing, the more the benefits we'll all be able to see in our beautiful world of life. Yeah. Okay, let's just, today let's not have any music. Let's just go in complete silence for the next 5 minutes. Let's just stay our posture. Check your postures. Take a deep breath in. Gently exhale. Once more, take a deep breath in. And exhale. The last time for this morning. Let's inhale. And let's exhale. Life has been blessing me every single day. Life has been my biggest teacher every single day. I recognize that I am supposed to learn something from life every day. The day I reflect my gratitude at night, I am thankful for whatever I've learned. They could be small, they could be big. I am grateful. Life is a miracle, and I know it so beautifully because I create that miracle knowing the universe has my back. Today, we've learned about surrender. Today, we've learned again about acceptance. Today, we've learned about analysis, of flowing, of trusting. Now, in this next 2 minutes of deep silence, let's just be silent and not think of anything if possible. If any thought comes, it's okay. Let's not expand it. And if we want, we will next concentrate on our breath work, which will keep us off from our thoughts. Let's go deep within. We're gradually learning to experience mindfulness, silence. We don't judge ourselves. If any thoughts come and we're unable to just not think of them, it's okay. We are people in progress. If we're able to enjoy the beautiful sound of silence, more power to us. If we have tried to consciously make a decision to be silent, more power to us. The more we practice, the more we'll understand the beauty of silence. And each one of us is evolving and reaching where we have to do in our spiritual journey. And we are at it, on it. So let's embrace the totality of our expressions in our meditation by giving a big round of thank you to whatever we felt. Because whatever we felt was truly for our own asking. Let's learn a lesson from it, reflect from it, and it. Now let's thank the three most beautiful elements for us. Mother Earth, who's all about the five elements. Thank her for being so whole, so complete. Let's now turn our eyes a bit towards eye level, eyes still closed, and thank our beautiful life, which is all about energy. We had been operating from energy. We have been operating from energy, and we will be operating from energy. Now our energy is changing towards the positive vibrations because each one of us is evolving, and so it is. Lastly, and most importantly, let's expand our angel heart. Let's expand our hands towards universe above. Thank our universe for having our back. Thank our cosmos for having our back, for including us in our Leela. Thank our life for always being there, taking a stand for us, showing us, guiding us, mentoring us, alongside our angels and guardians. Let's thank our wonderful divinities, whoever we believe in, because they're always showering their best of blessings on each one of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's expand our angel heart. I am love. I am light. May I be the channel of blessings for someone today. Wherever I turn, prosperity follows. I am open and receptive to all the love, guidance, and abundance from all universes. I am love. Let's fold our hand in gratitude for everything from heavens to Mother Earth. Let's rub our hands. And with the width of your hands, just completely bless your back side of the body from your head to the back. Now the front side, head to the bottom, front side. Include your hand as well. Come back up, again, hands folded. Let's thank our wonderful body organs, all of them for working in optimal best. Our blood circulation system, the trillions of cells, muscles, tissues, fibers, glands, bones, and skin. Purest magical body. On this beautiful magical Monday, I again wish to acknowledge you, appreciate you, and thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's a beautiful energy world that I'm operating from. I invoke you for sharing my light, my love, healing blessings, and wishful abundance for my loved Sangha, their loved ones, and all beings on Mother Earth. Let there be light. So love, light, and blessings for you, Rajni ji, for Sanya, Rigu, Naveen, Kripa, Gyanji, Usha ji, Prashant, Prakash, Jigisha, Mudita, Shami, Ankur, Anju, Sunita, Anika, Seema, Rima, Nikita, Prachi, Parul, Jitendraji, Radhika, Meetu, Shubhra, Rohini, Viniji, Reena, Pratimaji, Nisha, Shubhra, Archana, Nisha, again, Mom, Parul, Amit, Radniji, Shivani, Shelly, Poonam, Alifia, Bharatbhai, Shalu, one to one for life, Richa, UV, Alona. Lots of love, light, and abundance filled wishes for each one of us. Let's see each other tomorrow at 5. Thank you for everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you. Thank you, Rahul sir. Thank you, Ritesh sir. Thank you, Amrita. Thank you, Sanjay sir. Thank you, Shweta. Thank you, thank you, thank you.